Welcome back, survivors. Where we last left off, we had just set up our new mega factory here, and we've got quite a lot of production going, but there were a couple of things I noticed while editing the last video that I could fine-tune a bit. And so I realized that there's no reason I should be sending the final resources way out here to these cargo launchers, when I could just build a cargo launcher right next to the machine. I mean, there's no reason to run it all the way across. This saves a lot of space out here, too. So, let's give that a shot and just kind of, see how it works. Let's put down a cargo launcher here. I'm going to put one down, I think, for, like, every machine, really. How much space does that take up? It needs 4 squares, and I kind of want it to line up with the output of that, so it needs to shift over 1. And there's no reason we can't just, put it down anywhere, but I want it to line up as best I can. Oh, it doesn't line up exactly. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, so instead of putting it right next to it, I'll give it a square, 1 square of space, just to kind of make it look a little neater that way. And I guess we can just put one down for every one of these. One there, we'll do one there, we'll do... That one's going to be offset. 1 there. Okay. Yeah, 1 square in between them all. I like that. Now we need to pipe in the resources, the finished product, into the orbital launchers. Meanwhile, the other ones are still uploading. It's not like, we're out of power crap. That's going to be like a problem. Every time I want to build something new, I'm going to need to add some power. Let's just, for now... We're working on the next power generator so we can get off of these solar generators that require so many of them to generate any significant amount of power. But for now, let's just plop down a couple of them, 2 or 3. How many do we need? 3? Yeah, 3. I'm going to put down a 4th one because we're going to build more of those orbital launchers and we're going to need the power. So let's just put down... Ooh, is that going to... That's not going to snap like I want it to. It's going to look terrible. But they're not going to stay there for long. I am going to be getting rid of those as soon as we can. As soon as we unlock that next power-producing item. So these are uploading. It's not like, they've got the items in there. The rotors are in there. So these are going to continue to upload. But we need to set these to upload as well, so that the products will start coming in. These, yeah, they want the rotors right here. I'm just going to take the few that I had on the belts, put them in their moon energy. And this should actually, in theory, make it a little bit faster, since we're not trying to feed, 4 machines down into 2 uploaders. We're going to use 4 uploaders, speed up the process a little bit. That should get things going. Now, same thing right here. There's no reason I should be running that material all the way across. We're going to free up some space. It's going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze right here, but I think we can manage it. Let's put down our cargo launchers for these 2. Let's go something like that. And I wish I had thought of this earlier so I could have planned around it, but such is the way it goes sometimes. Let's drop these in and configure these to upload our tubes. Let's go ahead and drop the few I've got in my inventory that picked up when I picked up the belts. Alright, that's going to be a little more efficient, a little faster that way. And the product that's in these is also going to upload. So this is going to be a pretty quick process, hopefully. We won't have to wait too long on the next tiers to unlock. Let's take a look at what we've got here. The Moon Energy Corporation is going to give us that wind turbine. That's what I really want. I hope. It says it outputs 200 megawatts. Now, how much more is that compared to the solar generator creates 10 megawatts? So that will the wind generator will replace 10 solar generators. No, I'm sorry, 20. 200, yeah, 210, that's 20. 20 solar generators are going to be replaced by 1 wind generator. That is huge. What a massive jump. Okay, cool. And the next thing we're uploading the tubes for the Selenium Corporation to unlock the helium-3 extractor. So that's going to be a whole new resource, a whole new resource to tackle and figure out logistics for that. I assume since it's a gas, it's going to work a little bit differently. Helium-3, helium is a gas, so I would assume we're going to have some sort of different mechanism to transport it. Maybe pipes or something like that. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. The other thing I would love to unlock is the food station, so we can finally start crafting our own food, and then I'll have to run around and pick everything up to try and get the food we need. We did unlock this cargo dispatcher. I don't know that I'm quite ready to play around and see how this works. The way I understand it, it allows for the description it says here anyways, is it allows for the long distance transportation of selected items. It requires a cargo receiver. So you have a dispatcher that's going to send the item to the receiver. So I don't know that I need a lot of long distance transportation, but I'm going to go ahead and claim it now, and we'll just take a look at it and see how it works. At least so we can have some ideas for when we need it later on. We already know kind of, oh, we've got this tool in our back pocket sort of thing. So when we actually do need it, we'll have it already. Also, I want to start looking towards this defensive turret. We need this stabilizer, which is a recipe we have not unlocked. So the stabilizer, we need the blueprint for that, so I'm kind of torn. There's a lot of things I need to get done. I need to go find the blueprint for the stabilizer so we can get defensive turrets up, because eventually we are going to get attacked by a wave of enemies. Now, it's not just random. It is a certain time that they attack you. It's basically when you go to upgrade. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the base core has a quote-unquote heat level. So at a certain point, you have to upgrade it because you can't add any more machines to the line or to the factory. It generates too much heat, and so you'll need to upgrade it to a better core, and that's when you're going to get attacked. This is upgrading the base core will draw the aliens' attention. Prepare yourself or die. So before we do that, I want to have some defensive turrets unlocked. What is the other thing? Future Health Solutions, a food station. Yeah, I'd like to get that. What do they want? Like, what do they want to unlock that food station? Is it a product we cannot craft yet? Ceramics. Okay, then I feel like that should be an immediate goal. Boy, that's going so fast on this moon energy. Look at that. It's almost done. Like, boom. It should be done like in any second now. There it is.
Thanks you for another shipment. According to their observations, your production has not damaged the environment.
It's
the
good to
amount
know.
of greenhouse gases in Arcadia 7's atmosphere has not changed.
So there we go. There's our wind turbine. Let's go ahead and unlock that. That's going to be huge for revamping our power grid. Ceramics, though. What do we need to unlock ceramics? Is it made in the furnace? Ceramics, yes, it is made in the furnace. We need to upload 600 calcite sheets, which is made from calcium. Now, so this is what I'm going to focus on right now, is get a calcium deposit set up for a little bit more large-scale production, because our calcium, I've got one tiny little node way back over by the starter base, and it's just not, there's not much space there. Like, I didn't plan it out. I didn't realize how much space I would need. But there should be a calcium node, like, right there. That's a calcium node, and I believe that one is there as well. So let's head over there. Let's see if we can, what we need to start making this calcite plates, bars, whatever they're called. And let's see if we can get some of those uploaded to unlock the next tier. Oh, I'm getting attacked. There is a lot of calcium here, actually. What is it? What is that? There he is. Little blue guy. Come on. Where'd he go? Oh, hit your shots, Jimmy. There we go. Is that it? Nope. There's another one. Got him. One more. Mid-air. Oh, we got little guys. We got little guys. Oh, I almost missed them. Where are you going? You're not coming up trying to sneak up on me, are you? Is that all of them? Okay. Cool. So it looks like there is a lot of calcium over here, actually. So this is, you know, our new mega factory is right over there. This is going to be a pretty good location overall. Oh, there's more titanium over there. Okay, stay focused, though. So it looks like there's, what, 1, 2, 3 calcium nodes right here? That's good. Plus there's water, and I find getting these little hydro bulbs are kind of a pain because I keep accidentally covering up my water, and so they don't spawn anymore. Like at the Mega Factory, I completely foundationed over the water source, so I'm not getting any more of those respawning, so I'm going to try and set up something here. Oh, gosh.
I recommend finding a safe place.
You know, the ruptures were really cool the first I don't know, few episodes, but it gets a little bit old having to stop production, stop everything I'm doing, and I got to run back to my base and hide. I guess I could build one right here real quick, right? Just put down a little habitat. Oh, I need a base core first, don't I? Base core. Why can't I make a base core? Not enough resources. Oh, I am going to have to run back. What am I short on? Oh, I put up all my stuff. I forgot. Okay, well, I'm going to have to run back. Oops. Okay, I've got a little something set up here. Got a kind of a unique situation. These are a mixture of impure and normal nodes for this calcium. So that one right there is an impure node, so it's going to produce 60 calcium ore per minute. But these other two are normal nodes, and they should produce 120 a minute. So that's 120. 120 should be 240 plus 60 is 300 calcium ore per minute. 300 is what we can produce at this site. So the three products we're capable of currently making. In the smelter, we can take the ore and turn it into calcium blocks at the rate of 60 a minute per smelter. All right, then we can take those blocks and turn them into calcite sheets, also at the rate of 60 per minute. We could alternatively take those blocks and turn it into calcium powder at the rate of 90 per minute. So the math is a little tricky on this, but I'm just going to sit down and calculate the math out to see how many smelters we need, how many fabricators we need, how many furnaces we need, so we can utilize all of this ore efficiently into one big factory. I'm just going to get it up off the ground a little bit right here because it's such a rocky terrain and it's very uneven. I kind of had to pick it up a little bit just to make it all smooth. So it just makes our factory look nicer and you know, doesn't really affect performance. I just want it to look nice when I build it and get done with it. If I ever come back over here, it's like, oh, yes, this factory looks decent at least. So let's figure this math out on this stuff and get down a few machines, get some products going, see what we need to unlock the next tier. Okay, I was kind of overthinking it. The math is pretty simple. I really only need 5 smelters to take the ore because everything else uses the product that comes out of the smelter, the blocks. So we need to take the ore to turn it into the blocks to make anything more complicated. So we literally just have these produce 60 a minute. So we have 300 coming in. So 300 divided by 60 is going to mean we need 5 smelters. So I've set up 5 smelters here, and someone gave me a great idea, longtime subscriber, one of my friends, to hide these kind of ugly pillars and stuff underneath. Just put down some stairs, some ramps, something like that. I think it looks neat with the lights on these stairs, so I think I'm going to use these to kind of hide the pillars from now on. I think it looks cool. Now we need to just pipe in all the resources. I'm going to use a couple of splitters, pipe all this in. Should have plenty of power with that new wind turbine. Check it out. Looks pretty neat. It is kind of expensive to make, but it's worth it in my opinion. Save me from having to make, 20 different solar generators. So we need to split this. Let's see. I'll split it 2 going into that one, 2 going into that one, and 1 going in the center, because that is our one that's only producing 60. The other 2 produce 120, so I should probably rotate that one a little bit so it comes in. Yeah, let's rotate this one, this excavator here, and put it at a different rotation like this, so we can feed it coming a little more in the way I want it to come in this direction. I probably should have built this. You know what? It might look neat. You know what might look neat? Let's just try it like this and put down our rail connectors somewhere in this area. What could look cool is running these lines up the stairs. Would that work? Kind of something like that from down below. This could look neat. So 2 like that. This one needs to come all the way, just run that one straight in. Yeah, I think that could work. Now let's pipe this over to here. And now we just need 1 more splitter. Oh, I didn't think about that. There's not enough room for a splitter right there. Maybe I can place 1 foundation down? Actually, no. I may not actually need a foundation for the splitter. Let's just get it coming straight out of the machine, which is right here. And let's hit T to lock it, our view, and let's have it, it doesn't line up exactly evenly with it, does it? That's a little disappointing, but let's try that. We only need level Mark 1 rails because it is... Oh, I fell down here. It is only... oh, I'm hitting my head. It's only pulling 120 out, so that is going to be more than enough. Let's connect that. Let's connect that. And now... Is everything powered? Is everything... Why is nothing doing... Why is nothing working? Everything's connected. It's all got power. They're spinning. I ran into this once before. It's some sort of bug. If you guys run into this while playing, all you have to do is pick the machine back up, the excavator. This is what worked last time anyways. Pick the excavator back up and just replace it. There's some sort of bug. I guess it's... Maybe it's when there's a rupture in between. It kind of messes things up, but... Now let's see if the resources start flowing. Because that's what worked for me last time. No. Oh! Dang it, Jimmy. You're a doofus. You gotta turn the machines. You gotta tell the machines they want resources. Configure them for the calcium blocks. Gosh. That'll do it. Alright. Yep. Now they're all working. Alright, cool. Step 1 complete. A little bit of a hiccup there. Step 1's complete. Now we're making, should be 60 apiece, so 300 calcium blocks per minute. Now we need to divide that into our sheets, which use 60 blocks per minute to make 60 sheets. Or the furnace makes 90 calcium powder. I don't know that we need calcium powder, but if we've got a little bit of extra, we should probably divert at least one of these machines to just making calcium powder, and I think everything else can just make the blocks. Now the question is, or the sheets, excuse me, this is not what we actually need. We need the ceramics, and I have not unlocked that yet. So I need to put down a habitat real quick. Should be right here. Let's just put it anywhere. We can always move it to make it look nice, but let's just get a habitat down. Need an airlock, of course. I'm going to put it on this side and make myself some stairs. From right. Snap it where I want you, please. Yeah, something like that. You know what? Let's just go a little bit wide. Who cares? Yeah, like that. So now, we're going to come in here and we're going to put in our terminal, corporate terminal right up against the wall like I have been doing. Oh, that's not the machine I want. I want the recipe station. Yes, I don't know why I just completely failed to remember the name of it. Okay, recipe station. Now, where are the ceramics made? So they're not made in the fabricator, so that means it's probably in the furnace. Ah, ceramics. Here we go. Okay. So, oh, we just need 600 calcite sheets. We need to put down some furnaces for that. Okay, so 600 calcite sheets is what we need first off. So I got to put down the fabricators to make the sheets. And then, you know what? I'm thinking, should I just turn everything into calcite sheets? But no, I am going to save one for powder. So let's get some foundations down. Let's start turning these calcium blocks into sheets and complete this stage to unlock those ceramics. Yeah, this looks a lot better. This looks a lot better. So I decided to test the math on it. And yes, one smelter is producing enough calcium blocks to feed 2 smelters. So that's going to speed up our production ever so slightly. Well, I guess if I run all the way down the line, it'll effectively double the production. So let's go ahead and do that while we're waiting. I want to pick these up, and I just spacing them out just a little bit. Let's go ahead and pick all those up. And I'm just spacing them out by like 1 square, just so everything lines up, not a smelter, fabricator, just so everything lines up with the edge of the base right here, so that we can keep this area open in case we need to put down more power or anything in the future. But I'm just basically rotating these to this direction here. I want to pick it up, and I want to put it... Come on, snap. 1 there. Oh, I forgot to move it out a square, Jimmy. Come on. Move it out 1 square. We said we were doing that. We said we were doing that. Like that. Yes, 1 square outwards. Oh, and I rotated that one the wrong way. Did I? No. Yes, I did. That's the output. Yep. I am bad about doing that. Boy, if any of you guys watched my Satisfactory series many moons ago, I did that all the time. Alright, now, that gives us 2 to that one. Ooh, I'm running out of room. I may have to slide the furnace down just a bit. Let's see the math on that. Let's see. There's 2 to that one, 2 to that one. I need 2 to that one. Ooh, and I'm still gonna need more room. Okay, well, I suppose it doesn't matter. We can just shift everything over a little bit. Just shift everything over. This is not gonna snap where I want it. I gotta remove that foundation. Pick that up. Pick that up. Snap in this. I need 2 more fabricators. Get them to the right height. Like that. Okay, I like that. That works. Now we'll just put down some splitters to get all these machines running, and now we'll have even faster production, more efficiency. Okay, I think I've got something I can live with here. All of our calcium ore is coming out of the excavators on this side. Let's hop over here and get a better view from higher up. And it is all going into the smelters. That is being turned into our calcium blocks. And then those blocks are being fed into this line, which I need to connect our overflow. I wanted a little bit of room for overflow just in case we needed it from here into this one. Just a little redundancy. There we go. Yeah, and I've done the same thing on this side. And then right at the very end, we've got our furnace producing the calcite powder. If we need any, we'll have it. Instead of having to run all the way back to our starter factory, where we're making the calcite powder way over there. Instead of having to run to that one, we'll have it all right here. I do have these 600 calcite sheets that we need to unlock the ceramics. A little bit of a process, but it's going to be worth it in the end now that we've got it all automated. You know, it just takes a little bit of time to set everything up. Wrong machine, of course. I went to the wrong machine. Why wouldn't I? We're going to go to the furnace. And we want to insert these 600 calcite sheets and our research points to unlock the ceramics. Now, that is going to be made in furnaces, so that is going to be the... Oh my gosh, this guy is forever thirsty. I wish there was a way to, like, slow down his hydration needs. But we're going to fix that once we can start crafting our own foods. With any luck, that'll be a problem of the past. So now, we need to start setting up furnaces. Now, I guess I should figure out the math on that real quick. Let's place it down right here in our little test area. This is why we saved the spot to be empty. To make ceramics. Oh, we need wolfram powder, too. Oh, so what's going to be easier? Shipping wolfram powder over here? Or shipping the calcite over to our wolfram, our mega factory? I'm thinking we need to ship it to the mega factory, but leave some questions on how I'm going to route that and how I'm going to get it all over there. Okay, that's a new problem. You know what? Actually, thinking about it, that could be something we resolve with this new cargo dispatcher, although we can't craft them. Look at that. It takes a new crafting material. Oh, wow. Okay, so that may be... we can make those. Oh, no, we have to unlock them. We have to unlock them. They're in the basic... I remember seeing this. They're in the basic item printer. Look at this. Intermediate building materials. So we're a long ways off because I can't make inductors. I can't make glass yet. Like, I can make the titanium housings. That's really easy. I've got 100 of those laying around somewhere. So, yeah, there are new building materials we need to unlock. But that's going to have to wait because I can't even make all this stuff. I think for now, we're going to have to do it the hard way and just manually ship all this calcite over to the mega factory where we can combine it with the wolfram powder and turn it into our ceramics. That is going to be a problem, a logistical issue for the next episode. That's all the time I got for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Hit the thumbs up button if you like this video. It lets me know you enjoy the content and you'd like to see more. And we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.